State your full name for the record and spell your last name, please.
How you doing, Jack? My name is Thomas C. Smalls. Folks call me T.C. Smalls. S-M-A-L-L-S.
Sheriff Smalls, how you doing today?
I'm doing good.
All right. Tell the jury just a little bit about yourself, and I called you sheriff, so if you could just kind of explain that to them a little bit.
Okay, in law enforcement for 39 years, 8 months. I retired in December. 16 years of those 39 years was, I served as sheriff of Hampton County. Been in Hampton County all my life. I'm a pastor. Pretty much married, 4 kids, 7 grandkids, and just trying to enjoy some retirement. I retired December 31st day of December 2022, yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to pull you back in. You said you just retired, huh?
Yes.
All right. Do you know the defendant, Alec Murdaugh?
Yes, I do.
Have you known him for years?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever have a conversation with Alec Murdaugh about him asking you permission or even telling you about installing blue lights in his private vehicle?
No, sir. I never had a conversation with Alec Murdaugh. Matter of fact, I never had a conversation with anyone in my 39 years about installing blue lights in their personal vehicle.
That's not something that's done, is it, sir?
Oh, no, no.
Did you know anything about the defendant claiming that you permitted him to do so until he testified to that last week?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Didn't know anything about it?
Didn't know anything about it.
And he never approached you at any point about that?
No, sir.
Did he ever approach you about any threats or anything as a result of the boat case, the boat wreck case?
No, we never have.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Cross-examination.
Well, it's 12:01. Good afternoon, Sheriff Smalls.
How you doing?
My name's Jim Griffin.
Okay.
I'm a little hoarse. This pollen's getting to me, but it just won't take long. You've known Alec Murdaugh for many, many years, is that correct?
Correct.
And he was a volunteer solicitor in Hampton County, 14th Circuit, for a number of years, correct?
I realized he worked along with his father.
Right.
As a, I don't know whether, I thought he was an assistant solicitor, but he worked along with his father as in Hampton County.
But he held the position of assistant solicitor of the 14th Circuit.
Yes, he did.
And he worked with his father,
Right.
trying cases in Hampton County and perhaps Colleton County and other places. You aware of that?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And are you aware of him trying any cases when it wasn't with his father?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay. And his father was, we're talking about Randolph Murdaugh.
Correct.
And he was previously solicitor, is that correct?
Right.
And are you aware that Alec Murdaugh was issued a badge for that position?
No, I was not.
Okay. And there's some, you were questioned about permission that, whether you gave him permission to have a blue light installed in a vehicle, and you said you did not, correct?
Correct.
Do you know whether Anthony Russell gave him permission?
I can't answer that.
Now, who's Anthony Russell?
Well, during my time when I was sheriff, Anthony Russell was a captain in my administration. He later became sheriff after I retired. He ran and he won the office of sheriff, and he holds office now.
And he was maybe not your right-hand man, but he was pretty high up in your administration.
He was the captain.
Okay. And then Chauncey Solomon, what was his position?
Chauncey Solomon was a lieutenant.
And Perry Singleton, he was passed away, what was his position?
He was a lieutenant.
And you know that Deputy Russell, Deputy Solomon, Deputy Singleton were very close to Alec Murdaugh? Were you aware of that?
Well, I knew they knew him. I don't know how close they were.
Okay. And did Eddie Gibson install the blue lights on the vehicles for the Sheriff's Department?
Not for my cause. Most of my vehicles light was done with a company out of Orangeburg, and then later we started working with a gentleman by the name of Charles Mitchell that installed lights, and he out of, I think, Hardyville or Bluffton.
So you don't know who Eddie? Do you know who Eddie Gibson?
Oh, I know who Eddie Gibson. He worked for me at one time.
And when he worked for you, did he install blue lights? He worked on the vehicles, the fleet of vehicles?
No, not my vehicles.
Well, when he worked for you, what did he do?
He was a deputy sheriff. He patrolled.
And so like you're unfamiliar that at any point in time, Mr. Murdaugh had a blue light in his vehicle.
I never had any knowledge that he had blue lights in his vehicle.
Okay, thank you. That's all the questions I have.
Okay, further. Your Honor, can I approach? May we approach very quickly? Yes. Sheriff Smalls, when did you retire again?
I retired December the 31st, 2022.
2022, so just a couple months ago.
Right.
Thank you for coming today.
Thank you, sir.
No, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Call your next witness.
Take all